Hello guys, good day and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing good. So this is a quick story on how I turned this skirt into this a beautiful dress. So this is it, and I think I love it. It came out really pretty well. I just that it's transparent and I didn't line it. So if this is something you love to learn, make sure to stay tuned, like and share. So it's just this skirt is all I have, and that is what I'm going to be making. When I started making this video, I didn't have any style in mind, so I was just like, let me start drafting something, so from there I'll know what I'll make. So let's just get started. First of all, I have my tape, my ruler and my scissors and my pattern paper. So the first thing you want to do is to get your gown length. Remove your half length. My half length is 17 inches. Then I got my gown length to be 38 inches plus the folding and everything is 38 inches. The next thing is to get your hip location. I went down from my waistline to by 8 inches for my hip location and all that. So after that, you take your waist circumference. I took my waist circumference. I added 1 inch sewing allowance. So I took that hip circumference. Then on the hemming line, I went up by 1.5 inches because I want it to have this A line effect. I don't want it to be pencils at the down part. So that is just it. Now draw the lines very well before cutting it out. This is what you have. Everything is just equal. So I went up by 1 inch to cover it so that that place will not be too sharp. That is what you have for the down part. That is for the skirt part. I'll cut it out and I'll place it to cut the back part. The only difference there is just the zipper allowance that it will have and nothing more. That is just it for the down part. That is it for the skirt. The next thing is to cut the upper part. I'm going to remove the part I'm not going to be using. I'm not cutting this on fold because I don't want to waste the pattern paper, but you can cut yours on fold. So I'll just open it up and get my top length, which is 17 inches. That is my half length, 17 inches plus half inch joining allowance. That is 17.5. I got my underbust, which I later ended up not using. So you just get your shoulder, go down by 1 inch, get your chest line and extend it very well. Just your basic bodies. So I used my neckline. I got 4 inches. With the depth I used 2 inches because I want it to be high. So the back I used 1. Don't mind the one that I used. I later ended up using 2 inches. So because I'm making somehow a boat neckline, so I went up from that point at the neck. So I went out by 2.5 inches. Then I connected it to that neck width. So I connected it. So I said that it was not enough, so I still went out by ½ inch just to make it that wide. And I did my shoulder slope, got my armhole midpoint and all that. So that is just what you need here. I took my bust circumference. I added also 1 inch. I didn't add that to this cloth, so if you need that, you can add your that and all that. So after once you are done doing that, from the chest I extended the chest line. I extended that chest line and all that, but I later didn't use it. So this is what I'm going to cut. That is for the, please remember that the back neckline for the back is 1 inch and the front is 2 inches, so for it to relax. So the next thing is to place it and cut the back, removing your zipper allowance of 1 inch. You remember that I used 1 inch for the skirt, so I'm also using 1 inch. And the thing you should note that the back is always shorter than the front. So if the front is 17, that means the back will be 16 inches, just to remove any zipper. But I ended up not using zip for this particular cloth because the chiffon stretches. That skirt is chiffon and it stretches somehow. So once you start your zipper, it will have lots of fold due to it doesn't have weight and all that. So that is just it for the back. This is what we have for the back. And I was not working with any style. In mind. I was just playing around So that is just the back. I'm just removing the zipper bulge and all that. So that is what I did for that one. So here is the front part. I was just placing it to know if I did the right thing or not. So the next thing to do now is to start working on the front piece. So we are going to be working on the front piece. So on the chest line, I went up by 1 inch because I want to slash that part. I'm going to cut it out. I'll connect it, then cut it out. I'm not working with any style. I'm just playing around and looking for what to do. So I'm going up by 1 inch. That is my slash line. I'm creating my slash line. So I'll connect all those dotted lines together, then I'll start slashing it. I slashed it through. So you are going to slash everything, place it aside and cut the clothes so that I will know how much fabric I have left after cutting the skirt part, and know what the style I'm going to really work with, if it will be enough. And remember that this skirt has lining inside. The lining doesn't have all these black designs, but the lining is what I use for the upper part. Then the down part I use the main fabric. The lining and the main fabric is the same quality of material. It's just that there's no black design. That's the only difference. I'm going to be cutting the front part. That is the front skirt. Just fold your fabric the normal way you normally cut your clothes. You're going to cut it on fold. I'll place it and make sure that is equal. Sorry that it wasn't getting the edge, so just place it the way you would do it, and that is just it. So I've gone ahead to cut it out, and I've cut I was not cutting the the down parts, the back and the front. So this is the back of the upper part, that is the top part. So I'll cut the neckline and everything. Make sure you pin it. This fabric is not just doesn't stay in place, so it's just like chiffon. So once you are done with that, we are going to be cutting the front part. Remember that the front part has a yoke, the part that is going to be slashed, and the part that is going to be like the bustier part. So this is the bustier part that I'm going to pin and cut exactly what I have there before slashing the yoke part. So just place it and cut exactly what you have there. Just that simple. Then once I'm done cutting the bustier part, I'm going to slash the yoke. I'll label it 1 to the amount that I stopped. So I labeled it 1 to 6, and I slashed it all through. So this is how I slashed it, and please label it before you start slashing it. Once you are done slashing it, you get another fresh pattern paper and start placing it one after the other, starting from 1. So I placed 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 6, up to the last part. You are going to place it accordingly and make sure that it's equal, like everything aligns together very well. So this is it. Once you have it, that is the armhole part. You are going to cut it through and also cut that part through. So just make sure that you just have something that is straight and equal. This is the slash that we use. So you get your fabric and cut it on fold. So here is the yoke and the bustier. This is how you are going to attach it. Or I'll just use bias to pipe the neckline, and this is the front part of the skirt. I wanted to line it, but I said no need. This is just an experiment. So here I was done joining the skirt. Just join the side to side using the allowance that you left. That is the skirt part. So this is it. Then the zipper allowance, and I said that I ended up not using zipper because it was passing through my hair freely. And here is the top. I've gone ahead to attach the yoke to the bustier, and I've also ran a straight stitch on the armhole part and gather it because I wanted to use gather instead of pleat. So I just gathered that only the yoke part, and that is it. So for you to know the amount to gather, you have to place you have to join the shoulder, that is your back and front shoulder together. So once it aligns very well and it's relaxed, so that would be the amount that you need to use, and that's the amount you want to fold or what, gather. I was done gathering it, and I've gone ahead to join the back and the front together, and I was trimming up any excess there. So I just did a slant trim, and that is just it for the neckline. So the next thing is to cut the sleeve. I'm just managing the sleeve that I have, the fabric that I have to cut the sleeve. My sleeve length is 8 inches plus the folding and everything is just 8 inches. So I went up by 4 inches. I did my armhole, your normal basic sleeve. I got my round sleeve length and everything. So that is just what I use for the sleeve, and I really love the length of the sleeve. It came out really pretty and perfect. So that is just what you need for the sleeve. I'll just fold it once, I didn't double fold it. So that is just it. I'll attach the sleeve, then attach it to the down part, and that is just it, guys.